When growth slows, most TPT sellers reach the same conclusion. I need more products. More products should mean more sales, more traffic, more opportunities. At least that's what many sellers believe. But after more than 17 years on TPT, I've learned something important. More products don't automatically create more growth. In fact, sometimes they create more complexity instead. Just look at my store. I know firsthand. Don't get me wrong, products matter. You can't build a successful TPT store without products. But there comes a point where adding another product doesn't solve the problem you're actually facing. For example, if teachers can't find your products, more products won't fix visibility. If teachers aren't purchasing, more products won't fix conversion. If traffic is declining, more products won't automatically increase traffic. The challenge is that creating products feels productive. It's something sellers can control. So when growth slows, creating becomes the default response. But that response is not always aligned with the real problem. I've seen this in my own store. There have been times when my first instinct was to create something new, a new product, a new bundle, a new niche. But when I stepped back and looked at the data, I realized that creating another product wasn't necessarily the highest leverage activity to increase sales. Recently, I've been spending more time improving entry point products and freebies rather than simply creating more products. Why? Because that's where I currently see the greatest opportunity for growth in my store. The goal isn't to create more. The goal is to strengthen the system. One of the biggest mistakes sellers make is confusing activity with progress. Creating a new product feels productive, but productivity and growth are not always the same thing. Growth happens when effort is directed toward the actual constraint. And sometimes that constraint has nothing to do with product creation. This is one of the core areas and ideas behind the simple framework. Every store has a constraint, a single system creating the greatest limitation on growth. When sellers identify that constraint, decision-making becomes much easier. Instead of asking, what should I create next? They start asking, what will have the greatest impact right now? That's a very different question. Before creating your next product, ask yourself, what is currently limiting my growth? What evidence supports that conclusion? Would another product actually solve that problem? Those answers may surprise you. Comment below and let me know what your answers were. And if you're not sure which system is currently limiting your growth in your own store, download the free TPT Growth Constraint Finder found in the description below. It will help you identify the biggest constraints so you can focus on the right improvements to increase your sales. Many sellers eventually reach a point where growth feels slower. They're working, they're creating, they're improving, but the store still feels stuck. In the next video, we're going to talk about why your store stopped growing and what that can reveal about the real challenge you are facing. I will see you in the next video.